Gerkin's RHINO commercial windows can be field mulled together to create impressive banks of windows with larger views, all in one opening. All RHINO windows have the ability of being stacked together horizontally or vertically. Depending on the size of the window, some sizes can be stacked together without additional structure, while larger sizes will require the use of a mull bar called a structural stack. This video will show both stacking options. RHINO windows come in two different frame depths. They are 2 3/8 inch and 4 5/16 inch. For simplicity, this video will show the 2 3/8 inch frame, since the procedures are the same for both frame depths. This video does not cover all installation procedures. For complete window installation instructions, refer to our installation videos on our website at Gerkin.com. Smaller RHINO windows can be mulled together with the use of interlocking frames, which we call stacking frames. Gerkin will supply structural stack mullions only when required to meet Gerkin standards or to meet architectural specs. Windows will always be installed from left to right as viewed from the exterior. Prior to installing the first window, apply 100% silicone caulk around the perimeter of the rough opening where the first window will be installed. Shim the first window approximately 3/8 inch off the sill with flat shims. Shim placement will vary depending on the window type being installed. Shims must be placed directly under each jamb on all windows that have operating hardware, such as casements, awnings, hoppers, and hung windows. Horizontal sliders and fixed windows require shims to be placed 1/4 of the way in from each jamb and at the midpoints to prevent sagging. When windows are multiple lights high, the shims must be located under the jambs and the quarter points. Check for level. Repeat this process for each additional window being mulled into the opening. When installing the first window into the rough opening, maintain approximately a 3/8 inch joint at the jamb with the use of temporary shims at the corner. Set the window into the rough opening. Check window for plumb, level, and square. Next, anchor the window into the rough opening. Using a high grade of 100% silicone caulk, run a bead of caulk along the two receiving legs of the window jamb. Use additional silicone where voids and notches are present. Caulk around the remaining perimeter of the rough opening before setting the second window. Set the second window onto level shims at the sill and snap the two jambs together by bringing the two windows together at an angle, locking the exterior together first. Gerkin will prep the mulled windows so that the nail fins will butt together after the windows have been stacked together. Silicone the nail fin joints. From inside of the window, use clamps with rubber protectors and begin snapping the lower portion of the stacking frame together, and work your way up the jamb until the jambs are completely snapped together. After the windows are snapped together, anchor the second window into place. As windows become larger, additional structure is required to maintain the intended structural integrity of the windows, as well as AAMA certification. We call this additional structure a structural stack. This structural stack is placed between the two windows being mulled together in the same stacking manner as the stacking frames. The structural stack used for the 2 3/8 inch windows is wider than the window itself. We factory prep the structural stack so that it can protrude to the exterior or interior based on the customer's preference. The structural stack for the 4 5/16 inch window is the same frame depth as the window. The structural stacks have been built with protruding stacking legs that snap into the receiving legs of the window. The stacking procedure is very similar to the stacking frame instructions. Prior to installing the first window, run a bead of 100% silicone caulk along the two receiving legs of the window jamb. Use additional silicone at all notches and voids where present. Set the structural stack into the receiving legs of the window. Use a rubber mallet or use clamps with rubber protectors to snap the structural stack mull into place. follow all shimming and instructions as earlier described. Caulk around the perimeter of the rough opening where the first window will be installed. Place the window into the rough opening. Check the window for plumb, level, and square. Anchor the window into the rough opening. When nail fins are used, Gerkin will prep the mold windows so that the nail fins will butt together after the windows have been stacked together. Silicone the nail fin joints. Apply another bead of silicone along the receiving leg of the second window. Caulk around the perimeter of the rough opening before setting the second window. Set the second window onto level shims at the sill, and snap the jamb and structural stack together by bringing the two windows together at an angle, locking the exterior together first. From inside of the window, use clamps with rubber protectors and begin snapping the lower portion of the stacking frame together. Then work your way up the jamb until the jambs are completely snapped together. Once secured together, secure the second window into the opening by following our installation procedures as found at Gerkin.com. Single hung and slider windows will require a cover angle between the nail fins since they are not able to be fabricated to butt together. Caulk all joints and voids where the windows are attached or joined together, regardless of location, and callouts on installation instructions or shop drawings. By closely following these installation procedures, your windows will perform at their best in operation and energy performance. Thank you for choosing Gerkin RHINO Series aluminum windows.